Hi folks, how's it going? Um, Still in the dreary office, still no haircut. I'm not getting my haircut until my client has her baby because then I can just, you know, can schedule it any time and just, and things have just been too crazy around here for me to actually even consider it. Um, so today is going to be a haul video because I actually have a somewhat substantial one. Because, birthday money. There's no water in this. The struggle is real. Things on the stitching front are going so-so. I'm having some issues with my anniversary sample, my wedding sampler thing, and I'm going to have to do some more frogging, I think, and I don't want to, but I'm going to have to. And I don't know if the problem is with me or if the problem is with the pattern. Because problems didn't start until I did the personalizations as far as initials and dates. And I'm wondering, so it could be either way. Either the pattern didn't really account for different numbers in the dates, or it could just be not being able to read or count. So we'll just see how that goes. Oh, fine, I'll show it to you because it's right here. I realize that there's a problem up here, as in this side is one stitch lower than this side, and I think I can fudge it and it'll be okay. Please tell me that if I fudge it, it will be okay, because I really don't want to have to rip out all of this. Obviously, this is my wedding sampler. If I have to rip it all out to make it better, I will. I just don't want to right now. So yeah, as you can see, particularly on this side is where I'm having problems. Like this little branch, I need to throw that all away. But over here, it's not symmetrical to over, yeah, pardon my ineptitude, to over here. And I'm not sure, I'm not exactly sure where the problem is, because things like from about the ampersand up, things kind of work. They look the same. It's like from there down is where things diverge, and we've got pretty okay over here and hot mess over here. So frustration. And I mean, this isn't a cry for help. I mean, it might be a cry for like sympathy, but really, it's just like I need to sit down and stare and count and. Anyway, what else am I working on? I am working on, in Stitch Mania, July is the Wine and Whips month. The whip I am choosing to whine about is my water dragon, which really all I have to do is finish up. My bra straps are coming out to party. Sorry about that. They just do. Water dragon. Okay, so backstitching is what I am whining about this month, but I am persevering. All of the backstitching on the dragon herself is done, and so I just have to do a lot of fiddly stuff on the castle, which I'm actually not as worried about as I was with the dragon, because I have issues with backstitch when it's not like stitch by stitch by stitch by stitch. If I have to, if the backstitch goes over multiple stitches, and maybe, especially because this is Ada, and, it goes through the middle of the side of a stitch. Does that make any sense? when backstitch isn't nice and orderly and stitch by stitch, it kind of makes me a little like, but the dragon herself is all done. So now I just have to do the castle, which might take a little while. And other than that, the biscorn is kind of on the back burner because it's making me sick. And other than that, I'm kind of just waiting to finish the wedding sampler and or the water dragon so I can maybe start something else. Yes, I know that lots of you have more than 2 whips at a time, but I kind of just want to get these things finished before I focus on anything else. I'm actually trying to plan a little rotation, but I need more projects. So you want to see what I got for my birthday? I'm going to show you anyway. So I bought, because I don't want to call it peer pressure, it's more fear of missing out, FOMO. I bought the Storytime sampler from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And so a bunch of stuff came in the mail for that. I've got the Weeks Dye, I've got a bunch of DMC and then the Weeks Dye Works threads that go with it. This is parchment. And I don't have anything white to like put behind these, so I don't think the colors are going to be true. And I apologize. Kind of just flying by the seat of my pants today. Chablis, which is a soft pink, and these all have some slight variegation to them, which I find charming. Grits, this makes me hungry. And cattail, which is kind of a, it reminds me of toasted marshmallows. But it's a very sort of pale tan variegated. You can't see. What the heck are they doing? Here you go. There you go. That's cattail. So those are the Weeks Dye Works and then a bunch of DMC, and I actually discovered that I need 3 more. But that's a quick Michael's run. No big deal. And what originally I bought the Picture This Plus fabric that came with the original pattern, which is called Storm. It's a gray. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm probably not the only one who feels this way, given the multitude of cool fabrics I see y'all stitching it on. I like the fabric. I kept the fabric. I just didn't like it for this project. So what I did with birthday money was I got a random needle. This is also Picture This Plus 32 count Belfast linen in Wren. And I liked this because it kind of reminded me of parchment, which made me think of books, which made me think that it would suit the Storytime sampler really well. And yeah, this is a hand dyed, so it's got that sort of some little bit of tie-dye effect, but it's not gonna, I don't think the pattern's gonna look too busy. So this will get started as soon as I finish one of the current whips, because I'm trying to have some self-discipline, damn it. This needs this needs a quick Michael's run before it's ready. Do I have anything else to say about that? I'm digging what Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery is doing with the stories they're choosing. I know not everyone is. I was delighted when I saw the pattern for July. I thought it was a nice surprise, and I had to go and listen to Lorena McKennett, her song, which is really just her singing the poem instead of speaking the poem. Lorena McKennett, if you do not know her, is a Canadian musician. She is lovely. She's probably not for everyone. She's got this kind of Celtic-y, kind of New Agey kind of vibe. I'm not always in the mood for her, but I do like her rendition of The Lady of Shalott. And what else did she do? The Highwayman. She sings The Highwayman, and that's really cool as well. Anyway, so yeah, I'm looking forward to starting this. So that is, okay, I'm not going to fuss with plastic bags. I will put things away when I'm done filming. And in October, in Stitchmania, Mirabilia released a new pattern called the Raven Queen. And so there's a stitch along for the Raven Queen. Now, maybe it's because I was a closet goth in high school. Maybe it's just because I'm really picky. Maybe it's both. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. I don't care. I saw the Raven Queen, like the title, and I was like, oh, must look, because that sounds like it would be badass. And I clicked on it, and I looked at the pattern. I was kind of disappointed. Now, she is gorgeous. I am not denying that the pattern is not beautiful, and I am so excited to see people stitching it and seeing the progress. I didn't fall in love with her like a lot of people did. I was kind of bummed about that. I guess I was expecting something a little darker, which is strange, because, come on, Julicious, it's Mirabilia. It's, you know, it's not like Nora Corbett sits around listening to, like, Typo Negative all day while she's designing, you know. So I was kind of bummed. And I think a lot of other Mirabilias are an investment, because the patterns are not cheap. I mean, they're not like horrendously expensive, but they're not cheap. And a lot of them have beads, which, you know, that adds up. Throw in metallics, fabric, you know, they're an investment, and I think that's, where was I going with that? So anyway, Stitchmania, because we're very just kind of like, we're all here to have fun. You don't have to follow all the rules. There really are no rules aside from don't be a dick and have fun. It's kind of, the stitch along has kind of evolved into sort of a just general Halloween-y kind of spooky patterns theme, which is cool. And I think, yeah, my tangent related to Mirabilia patterns being an investment, like I'm thinking maybe not everyone has the means to just randomly, you know, purchase and kit up a Mirabilia pattern whenever they drop randomly. So anyway, that wasn't really an issue for me, but it might be an issue for some. Well, it can be an issue for me, actually. But the issue for me this time was that I just didn't fall in love with the pattern. A pattern I did fall in love with when I saw Coffee Stitcher doing it, he's still working on it, is Mastering the Macabre by Cricket Collection. Trying to minimize glare, failing. Nope, there we go. Edgar Allan Poe. And when I got the original fabric for Frosted Pumpkin, which is Storm, I thought, I don't love it for the Storytime sampler, but I would love this for Mastering the Macabre. So that's what's going to be there. And this pattern came with quite a few silks. I only bought 2 hand-painted ones. Well, they're kind of, you know, multicolored. And the rest are going to be DMC because I'm cheap. So these are Silken Colors, the thread gatherer, Silken Colors, Desert Moss. I don't know how well you can, it's not really showing up, and I don't have anything white to hold it back. But this is Desert Moss. And then Acorn Woods. I've never worked with silks before. Does it hurt? These are also not, color fastness not guaranteed. I'm seriously considering giving these a little soak in some cool water with some eucalyptus, which is lanolin based wool wash. I wash all my stuff with eucalyptus because that's what I have and it works for hand knits, and I figure it would probably work for stitching too, and so far that hasn't bitten me in the ass. So, but I am seriously considering giving these a little bath before I do anything with them. What do you think? Is that a big slice of crazy pie, or do you think it might work? Okay. Last stitchy thing for right now. Where did you go? Where did it go? Here we go. All I got was the pattern. I didn't get anything else, and I know that's crazy, but I wanted her, and I wanted her, and I'm not going to stitch her anytime soon because there are so many beads, and beading scares me. But I wanted Mermaid of Atlantis. I've been wanting Mermaid of Atlantis for months, so I got her. I have no idea when I'm going to stitch her. But it was birthday money, and I wanted her, so I got her. Happy, happy. She can live in the stash drawer for a little while. She's not going anywhere. Got a needle minder. I forget who this needle minder's from. I will put a link in the description below. I got a needle minder, my favorite doctor. And that's all I got with birthday money. My parents are wonderful. They got me a t-shirt and they got me 2 skeins of sock yarn. Oh, I'm particularly in love with this one. This one I'm going to wind today and get some needles in a bag and put this in my going to the hospital bag, so I have something to do during downtime. Because epidurals generally involve a lot of downtime. Non-medicated births varies. But yeah, I haven't knit in way too long, and I think I'm going to make some socks out of this. Not sure what I'm going to do with this one yet, but that's okay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So those are from my parents. They also got me a t-shirt. I think that's it. I'm looking for some different things to start. No huge plans as of yet, aside from what I showed you. I'm kind of sad that it's not close to October yet, because I really want to start mastering the Macabre, but I'm not going to. And let's see, in September, Stitch Mania is going to be doing stuff related to specialty stitches. And if you haven't joined and you might be interested in either learning some new specialty stitches or any specialty stitches, or talking about them, or maybe doing a tutorial about some that you know, hop onto Facebook and poke the admins and join us. I am going to be, doing a tutorial for the Lazy Daisy stitch, because apparently I'm one of only about 5 people on the planet who's not totally just really intimidated by or wanting to, shoot people because of lazy daisy stitch. So I need to practice that a little more. It feels weird having been stitching for as short a time as I have to be teaching people something about it, but hey, I'm game. So that's what's going on there. I'm thinking of finding a free pattern somewhere. Olga Maxton, I think is her name. She has a website, or her blog. I think it's a blogspot blog. It's in Russian, but if you have any kind of, like, if you have I know if you use Google Chrome, it will translate it very roughly for you. She's got a lot of free patterns that she's written on her blog, and many of them have specialty stitches. So I've been looking at those because they're pretty, but we'll see. I have a little while to decide. So I think that's everything, folks. My giveaway is open for one more week. If you have not gotten in on that and there's something you want, you have a week from today to subscribe if you haven't already and enter the drawing. So that's everything. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful day. And thank you, as always, for commenting and for subscribing. I really appreciate it. You all are wonderful. And yeah, until next time.